So let's get started. I did a different spread, of course, because I'm a Gemini sun, so I have to change things up. But what I've done is this is your emotional state, plus this is the stuff that's faded and can come from spirit, right, from your higher self. And then this is the physicalness, and this is the advice, and these are the actions that you can take. So this is past, this is present, and this is future. And by future, I don't like to tighten up the timeline too much because this is such a big group, but I've said sort of to the end of November into, December. Now, this card is your romance card, and this card is your financial card, okay? So, let's get started. So, in your recent past or in your past, it looks like you were celebrating, you were in a better mood, you had some things coming in. Maybe you met some people. Maybe some things were coming through where you felt like you could breathe. You're coming to an understanding about your belief because remember, your ninth house. You're just being more lighthearted. Maybe projects and things that you'd worked on actually came through, and you were like, yes. That's kind of what I feel like your state was in. And doing that, I feel like had to do with whatever this news was. So this is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is news that comes to you on an emotional level. And for a lot of you, I feel like that emotion is the lightheartedness, the celebration, being able to smile and laugh again. So that's what happened in your recent past. And this, because it's general, I can see it as, some of it was love, romance, some of it was money, some of it was projects, some of it was work, some of it was family. I feel like a family a lot here. So the bigger energy is family, but it doesn't just have to be family that was happening here. That caused you with this news to get, rather happy, rather lighthearted. And that's like the perfect storm for you to open up your heart so that king, queen, or emperor, empress can come in, okay? So, this is in your now. So now to me is now to 2 weeks. So I feel like, so this is your emotional state. I still feel like you're bonding with somebody. I feel like you're really understanding the connection between you and those around you. And that's not just people, that's situations, that's, life purpose. It's a big life purpose for you guys. I'm feeling like, your stability, your financial gain, or I just feel like you're really, really emotionally involved in this and it's making you happy. I do feel like that. So their advice is, and this is what you're going to be doing if you're not doing this already, is the Strength card. So the Strength card is, she's a beautiful, I love her. And you see the triangle here. It's like she's very focused on her future and her now. Like she's able to be in both. Like I'm enjoying myself now and I'm focused on where I need to go, where I see this going, right? And so that's part of it. But the Strength card is about you being that elegant, beautiful Virgo that you can be. Sometimes you can have like no filter and tell people because they ask you the question, you tell them. I know because my South Node is in Virgo. So, plus I have the Sag moon. So sometimes I can be too blunt, right? Or back in the day, maybe not now so much. But I feel like you're understanding whatever's going on with you, and this can be in several areas of your life, you're understanding there's a way to get what you want that's going to be good for you and for those around you, and in a loving way, not being so manipulative. I'm not saying that you were before, but it's not looking at it like you're being manipulative. It's looking at it like, you know what, if I do this, this helps me and it helps them. And how do I get them to do that? Because that benefits everybody, right? And so instead of telling people what to do because they'll shut down or they'll get defensive, you're coming to a place where you're understanding how to speak that, how to communicate that, how to maybe be the leader by doing and showing instead of telling them, right? And that's what I feel like you're going to be working on in the month of November with your relationships, with your situations, and with the issues that you're going through. I feel like you're coming to the space where you're understanding, we can all have what we want. There's just got to be a better way for me to do this, to be able to communicate this so that everybody gets what they want, right? That's what I feel like you'll be working on in the month of November. Now, your future is the Temperance. So there is something that's really going on that you're wanting, that you've been seeing for a while. And for some of you, I see 18 months. For some of you, I see 8. I don't know why 8 is important, but I'm seeing that there are some things in your life that you're really wanting to bring forth, and you've been really quiet about it. You haven't told a lot of people. That's interesting. That's probably not for everybody, but I'm feeling that. Like, you've been really quiet about it. So, like, you kind of have been letting people think what they want to think and not really saying anything, because you're like, it's going to happen anyway, and it doesn't need to be said out loud for everyone to know. I don't know why that's coming to me, but it is. Okay, so I feel like whatever this is, it's been in your heart and your desire, because I'm looking at the fire here. It's like this passion that you have, and it doesn't just have to be romance. This is something that you really feel like you got to create and get done, right? So this is something that you're very passionate about. So I feel like towards the end of the month, you're going to be working on that. And I don't know if it's like, this is several things for some of you, but it's very passionate, and you've held it close to your heart. You haven't told a lot of people. I don't know why that's important, but they keep saying that. You haven't told a lot of people. But just know that you'll be working on that, and they want me to show you, you're getting support from the universe. You are so connected to the angelic realm. I'm seeing that a lot. You're connected to the angelic realm, to that really fine vibration, and they're here to help you. They've been helping you all along. You're going to be receiving help from them. I feel like that's what this Neptune thing is about. Yeah. For some reason, they're showing, if you guys connect with angels, you can let me know in the comments below, but I'm feeling like you have this connection to angels, and they're coming through to help. Like, they've been helping all along, but they're actually bringing the manifestation forth. And I feel like, not just, and I'll tell you how, because they're saying inspiration and courage. They're doing it through inspiration and courage, and bringing it all together. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so the advice and the result of that is the Emperor. So I feel like for some of you, I'm going to say this for some of you, because this is not everybody. For some of you, this is this person coming in. Now, if you've seen me before, you understand that I go by King, Queen, Emperors, and Empresses, right? So an Emperor is someone who is building dynasties. And when an emperor has his empress, or wants somebody beside him, it's because he wants them there. It's not because he needs anybody there. It's because he wants to love someone, and he wants to have a community, and he wants to, actually, he's built his community, he's built his dynasty, and he wants love there. He wants to give that to somebody. He wants to have the connection and the beauty of love with him. Whereas a king needs someone to help him be his backbone and sort of run the kingdom. The emperor built his own dynasty, but he built it with a community, and so he wants to share that with a love. So that's what I feel like. For some of you, this is this person coming in finally for you. For others of you, I feel like this is you building this community, building this dynasty, and really shining in like the month of December especially, but even some of you the end of the month of November. So I feel like financial things will come your way. I feel like the relationships coming your way. I feel like families coming your way. I feel like your community's coming together. And I feel like you're going to be standing there saying, wow, I've worked really hard for so long, and this is really happening. This is really, really happening. So congratulations. Yeah, you should see evidence of that like at the end of November and into December. That's what I'm feeling. Now, where your romance, this is your romance card. So, I know some of you can get really stubborn and really fixated and saying, no, this is the way I want it to be, and it's got to be with this person, and that's that, right? And so I feel like for some of you with this romance, this is the Four of Swords. You have done, this is their advice is you've done everything that you can in this situation, and there's no more that you can do. So you need to let it rest. And if that person's supposed to be with you, then they will. And by resting, that doesn't mean, well, I just won't talk to them. It means put your energy onto something else. Put your focus onto something else and let this lie, right? You will pick it up later if and when they decide to come to you, because you've done everything that you can. That's what I'm feeling like for some singles. For other singles who don't have anybody that they're fixated on or focused on, or they're saying that that person hasn't come into your life yet because it wasn't time. And so you've done everything, and they're very proud of you, and understand that that person is coming in. You just have to relax that energy. So focus on something else. And you never know the surprises that the universe has. You never know. You could be walking outside the door, bump into somebody, and that's the love of your life. You just never know. But you got to loosen up. You've done everything that you can in this situation, and you got to loosen up, okay? You got to smile. Not just at everything, but at your love affairs too, okay? Now, for those of you that are partnered, I feel the same thing. If you've done everything possible to try to make this happen, if it's not happening, that's from your higher self. That's not them. That's from your higher self saying, you really, really don't want this. You've already experienced what you wanted, and there's something else that you're trying to experience, okay? Or your higher self could be saying, this is not about you controlling the situation. This is about you letting go and letting someone love you because they want to, the way that they want to, not the way that you are trying to make them do it, okay? I'm not saying this is for everybody, but I'm saying this as a scenario. Now, for others of you, I feel like actually, I feel like both of you have done everything in the relationship. And so it's time to sort of relax that and focus on something else, because I feel like you're going to get inspired. Both of you are like going to find a way to come together. Yeah. I feel like when you relax it and focus on something else, all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is how it needs to work. Both of you do it, like together. And that bonds you, right? Okay. So good luck in the month. This will be happening in the month of November. So this is your financial card. This is their advice. So you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about, I see my ship coming. I see the money. I see the finance. I see the stability coming. It just seems like it's out of reach. So I'm going to sit here and wait, right? But their advice is, you know how when their advice is to lean into it. So often people, when they're manifesting or they're trying to manifest and they're using the law of attraction, which is just one law, you need to use all 12 laws. But when you're using the law of attraction and you're sort of waiting for that money to come through because you called it and blah, 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 I think there's a misunderstanding where you think the money or the stability or whatever, the abundance that you've called to you has to come to you. What we don't understand is that we're ever flowing, ever moving, both energies, the money energy and us. And so it's not just coming to us, but we're going to it as well. We're both going to meet at this certain vibration. Does that make sense? We're both going to meet at this certain frequency where we're together and create. Does that make sense? So what they're saying with this card is lean into it, which means if an opportunity shows up, if you see news, if you hear news, if somebody says something and you're like, oh my God, maybe I need to do that. Like, take the action and do it, because it's about wands. So they're saying, accept those opportunities, even if those opportunities don't look like even if an opportunity comes in and you're like, I don't really know, that's just probably going to be more work than it's worth, right? take that opportunity, because you can always say no later. But if you're giving your energy to something and your focus on something, then that's telling the universe, yes, I do want that. And you never know what that opportunity, if it turns into another opportunity. So they're saying financially, that's what's holding you back, is not taking the opportunity, not taking the action, not leaning into it, sort of holding it back. Because what you're doing when you say, oh, I'm just going to wait for it to come, is you're really holding it back. You're just like holding it. You're just like, oh, okay, I'll wait. That's what you're doing. But if you're in your now and you're aware and things come about and you hear news and you see something and somebody gives you an opportunity, you're like, that's leaning into it. That's putting energy into it. Okay? So that's their advice for your financial area. I mean, you have the dynasty, you have the emperor here, so you're right there. You're right there. And that's why you can see the ship coming in. So this last card I'm going to take from the bottom of the deck, and this is the overall outcome of what you'll be working through in the month of November. So you have the Page of Swords. That's delayed news. I don't know what news you're expecting to hear. It looks like some things are going to be delayed. And I have a feeling it has to do with this. Some of you are like, no, I know it's going to work. I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it. And that's going to delay it. They're asking you to relax the energy. That's what I'm feeling. Relax the energy so that it can come. Focus on something else so that that energy can come to you. Okay? Makes sense? For others of you, you do have someone coming into your life. This person can seem very gallant because they're a Page of Swords, but they give you inspiration to think outside the box. Okay? They're not here to stay. Like, they may give you an idea and they may start to collaborate with you, but they're not here to stay and collaborate throughout the project. They're just here to give you the idea, open your awareness up to thinking outside the box so that you can move forward in the things that you want. Okay, that's what I see for both, and that's what you'll be working through in the month of November.